We just finished a 3-day, 2-night boondocking trip and never worried about our battery. So glad I installed the solar panels and this controller in here. I also installed new batteries in the front, so I think I'll split it into a couple videos. I'll do a video on just the controller, so stick around and I'll show you how I did this controller. The first thing you got to do is take this panel out. Fairly easy to do. Here's the template, so we know the wires are behind here. I took a peek with my flashes. I do see some red and black cables, and they're zip tied back here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a space for my controller out right here. Just want to make sure there's no wires in the way right there. And there isn't anything close to. So I'm using this 30 amp controller from Renogy, the Adventure. And what I like about this is it comes in from the back and it's a flush mount. You can do a surface mount or a flush mount. I'm going to do the flush mount. I want to make sure these are up high enough to where the cables coming in aren't going to get bent too much by this supporting beam right here. So I'm going to cut mine up a little further. Okay, so I have it marked out. Time to cut. It's not for the timid, cutting into your wall. I happen to have this oscillating tool. Nice for jobs like this, but you can use a jigsaw. Just make sure the blade's not going to hit any wires back there. Well, that makes quick work of this. It's real thin plywood they have here, that's for sure. Yeah, that's bundled up in a pretty tight loop back there. Let me get my cutters. Figure out how to cut that without cutting the wire. I think I can do it. Ah, that's why. See, I was wondering why I put a meter on the connectors up on the roof and I wasn't getting anything. I thought this wire went all the way to the battery. Shoot, I just dropped one. Hope I can get to it. I'm going to put a meter on this one. I should be getting battery voltage on this one. This one goes up, slightly different red. So this must be going up to the roof. I thought it was one continuous wire. That's good to know. So let's see what we have here on these wires. Oh yeah, definitely direct to the batteries. They just left, not the way I would do it, just live wires behind the wall. The other wires, I had the panel plugged in up top. I don't have it mounted yet, but yes, there's juice coming from there. So connectivity is on both sets of wires. That's good. Okay, I'm going to go disconnect the battery. Okay, go turn the battery on, make sure that comes up. Okay, now for the PV on this one, you have to loosen it first. Drop this tab down. Okay, I'll go plug the panels back in. Okay, it's very cloudy. I was about ready to rain. I got 1 amp coming in, charging the battery. I feel a lot better about actually seeing the voltage on my battery instead of just LED lights telling me it's 2/3 full. Pretty easy install. So before I button this up, I'm gonna take some tension off the cable. You don't want the cable pulling constantly on the back there, so got to give it some tension relief. And I use these guys. They're little stickies. Took a tie wrap through here. And you can stick them on, but I don't trust that. I always screw mine on. So I got this small screw, since it's such thin material. I'm going to go ahead and screw that onto the back of the wall. So yeah, all the wires are just hanging there. I'm going to go ahead and screw it to the back of the wall here. I don't know if you can see that. Now I'm going to use some manual screwdriver so I don't overdrive it. Easy to do with this really lightweight stuff. Now I'll just tie all 4 cables up. Now I couldn't get it through all the way because of the screw head. Should have used a flatter, but this one tab is more than enough to hold this bundle. Now just screw it on. Thanks for sticking around for the controller install. I'll put a part 2 up as well of the solar panel and the battery install, so stick around for that. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.